It's all you.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I dip my nails. And I'll be using all Revel products today. I'm using the dip color Illuminate, and this is a glow-in-the-dark color, which is pretty cool. It's from their new line Fireflies. What I like to do normally is just stir up my dip so that way it's nice and fluffy for the application process. Here I'll be using Pro Base, and I like to do a nice thin coat for my first coat. And I try to give a good gap from my cuticle and where I apply the Pro Base. I like to keep my cuticles very clean, so I like to keep my distance from the cuticle line, especially on the first application. Now when I dip, I like to dip twice just to make sure I get the full nail covered. And here again you'll see I leave a little bit of space where my cuticle line is, so that way I'm not getting any dip powder on my cuticle line, because there's nothing worse than having dip powder on your cuticles. And make sure you take your time. You can take your time with this to have a nice clean application. And I like to tap my nail to just get the excess powder off. But I'm going to continue this on all my nails and get a nice full coverage on them. Now after I dip, I like to take a big fluffy brush and get all of the powder that's on my fingernails off, any excess, so I don't contaminate my Pro Base with powder. Now on the second coat, I like to get closer to my cuticle line. I don't like to touch my cuticle line, but I like to get closer. So I'm gradually getting closer to the cuticle line each application, but never touching it. I like to also wiggle my brush a little bit, so I'm fully covering the nail with Pro Base, and it just makes for a full coverage on my nail. And I'm going to repeat that. Get a little bit closer to the cuticle, but I'm not touching it, still leaving a good gap. And then I'm just gonna wiggle my brush around a little bit and make sure that the Pro Base is sticking. If you can paint your nails with regular nail polish, you can easily do dip nails too. Now I just recently this year have gotten into dip nails. All last year I was going to the salon and getting acrylic nails done, and that was just super damaging to my nails, and I found that dip was a great alternative. But I'm going to dip my nails 4 times total, so my nails will have 4 coats of dip on them when I'm finished. And I usually do this with lighter colors that are more see-through, so I get more of a solid look to it. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm using activator. And I'm going to apply activator on all my nails, and I'm going to saturate them actually with the activator. And it's okay to get it on your skin, on your cuticles. It's not harmful at all, but it just really helps the nail dip set on your fingers. It hardens it. So you want to make sure you have enough on your fingernail to really go through all the dip and make it hard. But I'm going to do this on all my nails. And then after I applied this, I'm going to let it dry on my nails for about 2 minutes. And this just helps it get really hard enough for me to start filing it and shaping it. So I like to use a 100 grit nail filer, and I go around all the edges of my nails and I shape it how I would like it. And I'm going for a more ovally look this time, a pointed ovally look. But I like to get close to my cuticles to kind of smoothen it out. Sometimes it could get a little thick near the cuticles, and I don't really like that. So I just take the file and I just file it down to the gradual smoothness that I would really like it to be. And I think that's what's so great about dip nails is you can fix your mistakes if you've made mistakes pretty easily. But yep, I'm just shaping, softening any bumps, and then getting close to my cuticles and smoothing that out as well. So after I shaped all my nails and I got the cuticle line how I would like it, I'm going to take my buffer and I'm just gonna really smoothen out the whole entire nail. Get any bumps or ridges away that I don't want there. Obviously none of them, but I just want a really smooth, clean look here. So I just take my buffer and I go back and forth and just get it smooth. And here you can take your time, so make sure you really get all of your nails covered how you want them with smoothness. But it's fairly easy, like I said. It's not hard at all. Okay, so now after I washed my hands and got all the dust removed, I'm going to take Revel's tack-free gel and I'm going to coat my nails top to bottom with it. And I don't like to go too thick with gel just because it's gel. But you can take your time applying this because gel doesn't set until it's under light, under UV light. So you can really take your time with this and perfect how you want your nail to look. But what's great about the gel is it has a great finish to it. I actually just got into it 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was using step 3, but I wanted to try the gel and I'm hooked. The shine is just beautiful and it makes your nail feel a lot stronger too, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to set my hand under the light for 90 seconds, and when 90 seconds is up, my nails will be done and dry. And there they are. They feel great. So what I like to do to finish my manicure is take cuticle oil and put it at the base of my fingernail onto the cuticles, and I like to apply a hefty amount. I just really love cuticle oil. It's so refreshing. And it feels so good after you just worked with your nails a lot. But what I like to do is rub it into the cuticles and along my finger and just really hydrate what I dried out. But it just feels so good. If you don't have cuticle oil, I highly suggest you get it. There's a lot of great brands out there. Revel's cuticle oil smells so good. But yeah, that's it. That's how I dip my nails. It's so easy and it's actually a lot of fun. And once you start, it's hard to stop. But yeah, this is Illuminate from Revel Nail. Thanks guys for watching.